All right. So the next big thing is this Dave Chappelle thing, man.
What about it? So much to discuss. Did everybody watch it?
I watched it.
His stand up?
Yeah.
The closer.
The newest one, right?
Mm-hmm. The newest one.
I didn't watch all of it. I ended up falling asleep because I have to be up at 5:30 in the morning nowadays. So, I mean, I watched some of it.
So, how far did you get? Do you remember?
No.
All right. So, the big controversy is if he's transphobic or not. Because of the comments he made. But the thing is, though, the comments weren't... Wait, what?
Before you go into that, he's getting canceled by the Black Justice Coalition.
They're trying to cancel him. You can't cancel
him and get Netflix to take it down.
Listen, I'm so confused. Because there is no room for anything anymore. Like, and I'm not saying that it's really hard for me to like kind of speak on this topic because it just like it. I have so much to say, but I have so much.
Cancel.
Yeah. And because of the field that I work in, like I don't want to put any of this like on my platform and how I really feel because I don't want anybody to think that, you know, I am, you know, homophobic or transphobic or whatever you want to call it. I don't have any problems with anybody and I would never, you know, anything like that. But I think that there has to be a line drawn because it's not like he just talks about them. He talks about everybody from your mama all the way down to your granddaddy. And I think that like it's a comic relief. And he says things that most people want to say, but are scared to say because in a society now, like everybody's so sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
it's really hard to have like what are comedians for anymore? Because you can't talk about nothing or nobody or nothing without being canceled or
right.
So no more comedy.
And that's what, you know, part of the message he was giving towards the end about, hey, this is an art form, and you know, sometimes you don't get the art form that, you know, the art that people are doing. And for this one, is he the running joke was that he's not transphobic, but people are going to see it like that anyway. And the whole special was kind of ended with the fact that he had found a trans woman that he connected with who's a comedian, and she came to all his shows constantly, and she was like, oh, I'm a comedian. He's like, all right, well, let me have you open for me, and I'm coming down to San Francisco. Apparently, she didn't do that great on stage, but she didn't even care. In fact, she did better when she was just in the audience for his show and dealing with the hecklers. But they became friends to the point where when he was attacked before the special, she defended him on Twitter, and she got ridiculed by other trans people for defending him. And then shortly after that, he doesn't know why, but she committed suicide. Now he ended up like starting a foundation in her name or something like that. And her family loves him. Like the family is on record now defending him for this last one. They're like, there's nothing he said that was offensive. Yeah. She would have loved it. Like,
I don't know.
You know, I will say, well, first off, Lando Ash has joined the podcast. We gave you a little introduction when you were having.
Yeah, I talked about your Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I think he might.
Sorry, my internet is so trash. I think it's raining outside. I'm afraid to look. I'm not trying to die, and even though I have insurance, so sorry about that.
Hey,
You ain't the first nor the last on this podcast to have internet issues.
seriously.
Right.
Seriously. Did you watch the Dave Chappelle special?
I did. I was just like listening into what y'all was like saying when like my internet was like, yay, you know.
Yeah.
Like it just made me think like, you know, like this is who Dave Chappelle is. Like, you know, like all of his specials and stand-ups are controversial, you know, like there's always something that someone's going to be like, oh, he made a joke about, you know, X, Y, and Z. I'm offended, like, you know, because in this
like
day
the
and age,
last one was
honestly,
about the
like I just
alphabet
think
people.
like nowadays like, you know, and he got like ridiculed for that, you know. But you know, like at the end of the day, honestly, I just feel like nowadays everybody in every group just wants to be heard without listening. You know, everyone wants to be heard, but no one wants to listen.
Yeah, that's valid in some ways. I mean,
Yeah,
he knew what they were gonna do when he did this special.
yeah.
He
said ahead of time.
He stated it in the special.
What was that?
Right.
What was that?
He said ahead of time that they were going to not listen to. They weren't going to really get it, and they were going to be mad anyway, no matter what he did.
Right.
So.
Right. And he's right though. Like the baby, and although the baby was when we talk about the baby, although the baby had killed a man in self-defense, he literally killed a man, had multiple assaults after that, and nobody says anything. But the minute he offends the community, now he's canceled. He got to do multiple apologies. He's right.
Well, I think us straight people should start canceling gay people then. And by all means, and I mean that in the most controversial way possible, because they talk about straight people all the time and stupid straight shit that straight people do. So can I cancel you for coming after my sexuality? But because it
kind of sounds like all lives matter type of thing.
But because no, I'm not saying all lives matter. I'm saying because here's the thing. We don't get offended when you say that stuff. Like we don't get offended. It's in comedy. It's, you know, whenever, you know, even Black people, we get talked about the most. Like, what do Black people like the most? Chicken and watermelon. Like, we laugh at it because it's like, yeah, is it funny? Is it, how do you get Black people to come to your house? You get some chicken and watermelon. Like, shit's good. Okay, I can't be mad at live. He ha 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 ha. So
sorry.
So what I'm saying is that, you know, this whole cancel culture that they have now, it's like everybody's so sensitive. You can't say anything without somebody being offended by something. And it could be it, and I understand when when people are coming at you, like there's a difference when people are coming at you to seriously hurt your feelings or to like put you
or
down,
even cause physical harm, because a lot of times they get physical.
Correct. Then I can understand why you get upset. Like, you know, when we hear white comedians talk about nigger this, nigger that, there's a difference of saying like, you know, oh, when they say it, yeah, all of us, our skin jump a little bit and we kind of look like, but if you're coming to me and you like, nigga, I'm like, excuse me? Like, that's different. Like, I look at it different. I look at it in a different light. And I'm only using that example because that's a word that people associate with, you know, being a term being derogatory towards us. So that's why I use that example. But I don't know. Everybody's just so gosh darn sensitive anymore. You can't find.
And I have a problem with the fact of if you don't like it, turn it off.
Yep, there's that too. But I think they I guess protest it because perpetuating that message that they think that he's saying, they think that things are going to either get worse or stay bad for that community. So
they watch it
just for
they watch it for they watch it to find something wrong with it so they can say something was wrong with it.
Yeah, and they're trying to cancel Dave Chappelle, which I think is impossible. It's like trying to cancel Eminem.
He's too big.
You just can't. You can't do it.
I think it's because Dave Chappelle has a lot of white followers too.
He's too big, and he's the voice for a whole lot of people that can't speak up right now, who feel the way he does. He's saying things revolutionary, really. He's saying things that others really are no longer allowed to say. And he's never, like he said in the special, he's never saying anything bad. He makes jokes, but he makes jokes about like different things, but he's never like telling people to bash people and treat people bad,
No,
he just talks
wants
about
us all to laugh together. He said he wants us all to laugh together. He said he's going to stop. He's going to not do a special for a while. He's going to stop making jokes about the community, the alphabet people, as he called them.
And what about the people who are in the community, the LGBTQ community, who aren't offended, like Daphne?
Yeah, no, a lot of people that were like, it's funny. That's why it's been on. There's a lot of people on both sides of this. And then he also remember Dave Chappelle was talking about like gay people that are also racist. You don't understand that,
right? Because it's like you might have that friend that's cool. I don't know if y'all have ever had that friend that's a different race, and they might get you might let them get away with a little joke here and there that might cross a little boundaries because it's y'all two and there's nothing racial there. But that, and y'all both know that they can't say it to nobody else. But it's just ha ha, yeah, that joke was funny. And I know from you it's cool. If somebody else said that to me or said that about us, it would be something different. I think with the LGBT community, it's this kind of the same thing. Like, okay, those who know Dave, they know he's not trying to be racist. They know he doesn't have, he's not transphobic or homophobic for real. He's just telling jokes. He's making a point. They're not offended because they in their minds have that rapport with him. He gets a card. He gets a pass.
Yeah, but a lot of them feel attacked. Like he constantly attacks them. I don't think that. Then again, I'm not
everybody. If anybody should be offended, it should be white people.
White people.
Oh yeah, because he's definitely 100%. And that's like his biggest fan base, man. They love him, man.
Right.
Because some of them feel the same way he like. Not everybody's on that side of like not every white person is racist.
Right.
And so the ones that aren't might find his jokes funny because they're like, yeah, these my friends, my peers be tripping.
But that's what I'm saying. I just feel like if anybody should be offended by Dave Chappelle's jokes, I think it should be white people. He talks more about the dumb shit that white people does than any other like platform.
Yeah.
But the ones that ain't offended don't get a voice in it. Only the people that's offended that want to cancel get a voice.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of cancel, next one is R. Kelly got his sentencing.
Finally.
And what I want to talk about, it's not so much with the horrible things R. Kelly is ridiculous. It's more about separating the creation from the creator. So of course people are like, we can't listen to R. Kelly's music anymore, you know, because he made it. But those songs were great when they came out. Y'all were jamming till then, and the songs haven't changed. The product hasn't changed at all. So is it possible to separate the creator from the creation?
I don't think so.
But why not though?